with the motherfucking shizat. Pow, 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 pow.
We're gonna do
a little shit
celebratory shot for
all the quarantine victims.
Yep. I need my lime because this tequila's a little
harsh. A little harsh skis.
Harsh on the lungs. What number is this? Do you know what number?
58, I think.
Wow, it's my lucky number.
Love you, big dog.
Love you too, man.
Shout out to fucking Kirkland Tequila. One of the worst tequilas ever made.
Wow. Well, shout out to being $13 for that fucking huge handle over there.
I'm not gonna lie, Kirkland needs to get a handle on their tequilas.
Fucking A. Wow. Alrighty.
Well, what's up, everybody? I haven't really been inviting people on from the music community.
From outside the music community?
No, from the music community. I've been inviting people from outside the music community, like Serge, yourself, John.
Okay.
People that I'm closer to, because I've been unmotivated to invite people from outside. I don't know. I just it's such a weird time right now that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're saying you don't want I guess strangers. It'll be a little bit uncomfortable and it won't be as at ease as you would like, as opposed to like somebody close to you that would just be chill. You can kind of get all that awkwardness out of the way before.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. It's because the Zoom stuff is just not as.
It's not popping.
It's not as good. I mean, it works. Like being able to do it is nice and all, but it's just not the same as when I have the people come over and talk to them in person. You know what I mean?
Of course, bro.
Yeah,
I get that.
It works. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just
not as good.
It doesn't have that human touch, No. Yep.
But I have to find the motivation to start hitting up people, like hitting up more people that I haven't had on yet, to kind of broaden my fucking horizon here with this thing. You know what I mean?
You haven't had your band on yet. Fucking, what the fuck is that, bro? I've been on like 3 times. I'm like a reoccurring guest. I'm like a fixture on this shit.
Yeah, I know, and it's funny.
Hasn't even had his own band on this show yet. On this podcast. Yet.
Ideally,
unbelievable.
We would do it during like the tour. Like it would have been a great idea to do it when we were in the van. There was one conversation that we had on the way to New York that was so intense. It was a really good conversation. I don't know if they would have wanted that on air per se, but it was a really good conversation, and I just remember thinking like, I wish we were recording this right now.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a lost tape that maybe was gonna surface one day, but it was too. It was a little bit too spicy.
Too spicy? No.
Yeah,
it was too personal.
Too much dirt.
It was too personal. We were like getting into our feelings, which I don't mind getting. I've done it already on this podcast. I've talked about stuff going on in my life.
Have you cried yet?
No.
Close?
No. Actually,
Let's
no,
get there
I did.
today. We're going to get there today.
Yeah,
we're going to bring some tears out. We're going to talk about our feelings.
Tears for fears.
We're in the feelings corner of my house, by the way.
Let's talk about our childhood.
Yes. Tell me about your father.
Oh, wouldn't it be sick to get him on this thing?
Yeah, it would be sick, bro.
Yeah, like literally I'd throw up everywhere.
Sick. Yeah, it'd be bombing all over the place.
We did a podcast, I think the first tour we did, and it was terrible. Like I never released it.
So you do have there's evidence of an attempt. Okay.
I lost it, yeah.
Yikes. Why? They just weren't I mean, I don't want to say it too much, bro. But they weren't bringing the.
No, all of us were just tired as fuck.
That plays a part. That's why I didn't want to eat before I did this.
Yeah, but you're fine though, man. We just took shots, bro. We're energized.
Yeah.
Want me to slap you? I'll slap you around.
You can slap me around. This is vodka.
Okay. No, that's a Yeti cup, dude.
Well, yes. The contents inside are vodka and tonic water.
That's gross, but it's actually flavored tonic water, so it's not as
Sure
bad.
is.
Yeah,
It's delicious.
it's not terrible.
They did better on the vodka than they did on the tequila. Wow.
Maybe it's because they're not Mexican. So, well, no, it said it was made in Mexico, though, right?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Maybe we should.
Wherever it was made, it wasn't made with much care.
Yeah, they didn't put the 100% effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they want the cheap. And you know, hey, look, I can't complain. If we could pan the camera over there, I'll bring it over here. It's fucking absurd. It looks like a vase where you put flowers inside. It's huge.
Yeah, they put more effort into the actual making of the bottle than the taste of it.
And the fact that it's just a huge bottle of tequila for like $13.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You can't
It's
go
a pretty
wrong
good
with
deal.
that.
No, you can't go wrong with that.
You know?
I'm pretty sure that's probably the #1 tequila from homeless people.
Yeah, homeless people with Costco memberships. Shout out to you guys. If you guys are still buying in bulk, you know?
Dude, there has to be at least one homeless person out there with a Costco membership.
Yeah, he found it on the floor somewhere.
No, just like someone that was probably doing well in life, and then they became poor, and then they can still shop at Costco.
I've heard there's homeless people with gym memberships.
That makes more sense.
Yeah,
That's like
'cause
actually
they take
like
a shower.
yeah, it's a good way of not having to have a place to shower,
Right,
get
right.
clean.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, they could just pop in, take a quick shower. They don't really need to work out because they're walking all day.
Yeah, if you think about it too, you don't really see a lot of obese homeless people. I mean, I guess it
No.
makes sense because they're probably not eating as much as we are, but
Only the ones that are faking it, panhandling for a living.
is that
See that too.
is that a way to call it out though? If someone's like fat, and you're just
Yeah, I mean it's pretty obvious. Where the fuck is he getting his food from? You know, homeless and he's eating better than I am. Well, fuck. Shit, man. Either that or he's like hanging out behind the fucking Chinese restaurant, like just getting the scraps. You know,
that's true. Yeah,
Just getting the leftovers.
especially now. Well, no, actually not nowadays. Nowadays he's probably skinny because there's no Chinese places open right now.
God damn you. I wonder why. That's bullshit. I've seen people getting Chinese food on Instagram.
That's such a ridiculous thought to
it's
not
absurd.
get it because of, whatever.
I
That's
guess
so
you could say
stupid.
that maybe if they're getting the shit from China, I don't know how. I mean, what do they really need to get from China? Do they need to get it from China? Possibly.
What, the ingredients?
Yeah, probably. If they want like the OG fucking, they want the real Chinese, that section of the supermarket where you get like, they have the Latin section, they have the Japanese,
Oh, you're talking about the Oriental-
Mexican,
the Oriental
well, they like the
section?
specialty sections. All that shit probably comes from the motherland.
Yeah, I guess so, but you can buy that at like Publix though.
That's what I'm saying, but they're probably getting it from overseas, I would imagine.
Hmm.
I mean, where would they manufacture that?
Do you
That
really
stuff.
think though that
Like Goya, where do you think? Or maybe, I mean, unless they have factories here, but like even like Goya, Sazon, like that Cuban shit,
Mm-hmm.
where are they making that? Or that Latin shit? I don't know. I would assume it's in a Latin country. Maybe they have factories here, but it's probably coming from outside.
I don't know. We actually have someone in our family that
works.
That works. That's a pretty higher
Yeah.
up in that company.
Could be a hub.
Maybe I should give him a call right now.
We should, bro. Let's
Shout
go.
him out. John Quinones.
John Frijoles.
Yeah, I don't know, but no, that's such a silly mindset. The fact that Corona, I think, went down in stock and like the stock market or
Yeah,
whatever.
no. That's superstition.
Yeah,
That's superstition. People
Super-
are super whack.
super. I wasn't trying to.
And you're like purposely buying the stuff. That's the other thing. I don't know. Did they really drop that much? Because there was people that are doing it like as a gag. They're like, oh shit, Corona.
Yeah. No, I
Here
think
we go.
that's what I heard. Actually, I didn't look it up, so I could be completely wrong. That
Yeah.
could be complete fake news. But I've always like once I started trying to lower the amount of calories I was taking in, I was just doing like Corona Light basically. so that I wouldn't, because it's like 90 calories basically per beer, which is pretty.
It's not
pretty
bad.
solid.
It's not bad. People hate on it. You know, come on. It does the job.
Drop a lime
bro.
in there, bro. You're fired.
It does the job.
You're good to go.
It does the job.
It's not
People
that bad.
hate. It's a party drink.
What would you say?
Beer.
What would you say is your favorite beer to drink?
Wow.
Bud
Right
Light.
now, nah, man. Like as a class, I mean, it's tough to say. If I'm thinking lifetime, I mean, I've really gotten into those kind of unknown ones that you find locally.
Local ones, yeah.
You know,
Those are good.
there's like I forgot what the name is. I think it's Cloud something. It's that brewery. Okay. That we went to in Winter Park, was it? Would you know on them?
Yeah, but
They had some pretty good stuff, and those are actually in Publix. And that one actually I like a lot. Florida Cracker is
That's
real
a good
good.
one.
I like that a
It's
lot.
a little racist sounding, but I like it.
Hey man, we're not gonna go there. Okay. I've had too much racism in these past couple of days. Too much with the racism.
We're minorities.
It's overwhelming, bro.
We're minorities technically.
Are we really?
Yeah, we don't look like.
I can
it.
turn the white on.
You can.
I can turn the white all the way on.
Yeah, you could.
know? And I'm light, and we're lighter skin. I have got lighter eyes.
Yeah.
I can really. People don't think I'm Spanish.
Me either.
When I start speaking Spanish, they
flip out.
their eyes pop out.
They get real racist when you speak Spanish. I've said this before, but like at my job, and it's a joke, so I don't get mad. But my coworkers call me Mexican all the time.
Mexican.
Yeah.
Mexican Dan.
Mexican D. Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex.
Yeah. Yeah, they make fun of me. And I mean, whatever, I don't care. They're just a bunch of white crackers, so.
Yeah.
But it's
you know what's interesting? I've never called anybody like a racial slur. Not at least, maybe in joking around.
Yeah, not like for real.
I have been called.
You've been called a
cracker.
You've been called a cracker?
Yeah, my high school, bro. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, true. That's a good point. Actually, I would always be called white boy in my school.
No, the high school I went to was there for some reason there was a. I mean, I wasn't necessarily part of it because I actually had a lot of friends. I don't know. I didn't play into that shit, But there was times where there was just tension between Latinos and the black folks.
Yeah.
And then you'd get kind of, thrown into the fray without choice.
Legit. When I was a sixth grader in middle school, my school, the year that I got there was a legit. There was like a. I don't want to say it wasn't a war. But it was like a fight, like a gang fight. But it was like a middle school fight. So it's not really a fucking real fight. But it was the black people against the Hispanic people.
The black people?
Yeah.
Those guys?
Yeah.
Against the Latin people.
Against the Hispanic people. And I didn't take part in it, just to let you know, because I was
because he claimed that he was Chinese. He was neither.
I was Asian, a quarter Asian, literally a quarter Asian. But yeah, I just remember getting there and thinking how weird that was because that just wasn't part of my life at all.
I know.
It was weird. And then my high school was like half and half. It was like half African American and half Hispanic.
It's so fucking annoying, man. It's frustrating, dude. Like. I don't know the answer to it, and I really don't want to get too deep into it because it's such a complex thing to talk about. But
racism?
Yeah, just race in general. It's like people. I feel like people just naturally group up with what they are. It's just the way of the world.
Or they're taught it.
It happens in the animal kingdom. It happens with every ethnicity. That's why there's neighborhoods with. And then when you try and mix, and you always have these issues, which I never look at it from that perspective, just because I try to be above that and aware of it. But I mean, you can't do anything about it. It's there. It exists.
I know people that legit don't think that racism exists in this country anymore. I know people like that.
I mean, are they coming from a place of ignorance?
Yes,
Or they're
all
okay?
ignorance.
They're not coming from a place of, hey, man, in my life, I have all these type of different friends, and
no, I don't think
we all get along.
I don't think they're actually racist. I just think that they're ignorant. So
Right.
it's like it's a white person that has never been profiled or anything like that. You know, they've never had to go through a cop stopping them for no reason or anything like that.
Yeah, bro.
And then you fucking talk to your black friends, and you know, I've had these conversations with my black friends. I'll ask them like, like I don't know, it'll just come up randomly, and they're like, yeah, dude, you know, this happened to me, and it's bullshit, and it's like. Yeah, dude, that
dude.
fucking that shit's it's like it's the I mean, obviously what's been going on the past few days, it's like it's a huge tell of that shit still exists, even if it you can make the argument that has nothing to do with color, but I don't know, when you put it in the I've heard the example of that guy Dylan Roof, or whatever the fuck that guy's name, and that guy who killed like 9 people, that white dude that killed 9 people.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
in the church or something?
Yeah, they escorted him out, you know, all
Right.
nice and shit. And then this guy, fucking George, was it
Floyd?
Yeah, he fucking. I mean, it's terrible, man.
No,
it's
that's,
fucking
I mean,
insane.
anybody that sees that shit other than what it is, I mean, there is no need for context there.
Mm-mm.
The guy's on the ground. He's handcuffed. He's pretty much immobilized at that point. Can't do shit.
Yeah, mind you, he's lying on his belly.
Doesn't matter what happened before.
He's got his handcuffs behind him, and it's like the guy's like literally telling him, "I can't breathe." It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's
dude,
fucking
and nuts, bro.
It sucks because right now on Facebook there's a lot of
I don't even want to go on. I don't even want to go.
You shouldn't, dude, because
social
it's
media
all sad, dude. It's
yes.
all fucking sad. It's like
It kills your fucking vibe.
and it's just
dude.
like how the thing is the weird thing about this whole issue is that it's somehow politicized. Like this should have nothing to do with politics. Like this should just be literally like that is a human being. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say even if it was not a black person, let's say if it was a white person, whatever, like there should be the same type of outrage that there is now.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the honest difference, which I feel like a lot of people don't believe, is that there happens to be this sort of predisposition to treat black people that way. You know, just because I mean it's something that's part of our history that we haven't got over. Do I think it's gotten a lot better? Of course, I think it's gotten a lot better. But
well, yeah, but we're not coming
exists.
from a great history of that either, you know.
Exactly.
So yeah, anything's better than what we've done before. But yeah, dude, it sucks. It really sucks, man. It's just it makes you not want to fucking be a part of this whole thing.
Yeah,
in
man.
the sense of like I just I fucking quit, dude. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm over it, bro. I'm over the stupidity. So
I know it's like because like the reality. Think about it is like if we didn't have social media or anything like that, like we're good people, right? We're gonna treat everyone nicely because we're just nice guys and we're nice people or whatever. So it's like we wouldn't even have that in our mind. Like for example, like seeing anyone of any race, any color or whatever, we're just gonna treat them the way we treat everybody, and that wouldn't be a weird thing to see or whatever. So it's I don't know, man. It's just like it sucks that it's something so obvious can be so polarizing, and it's like it should never be that way. It should just be pretty pretty easy to be like that guy murdered him. They should probably go to jail.
Yeah, there is no other side of the story in my opinion. It's very clear. I mean, there's nothing that's left to be determined. You can see. I mean, it's clear cut. It's about as clear cut as one of those scenarios can get.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, I've seen different videos before this and that, and you're like, well, the guy's resisting or whatever, and you can, I guess, make arguments on both sides. Even then, I just think it's people that look. That job itself sucks. That job fucking sucks,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I'm not.
Doesn't matter who you are. That job sucks because you're constantly putting yourself into tension, into moments of stress. But you gotta
legit danger.
Yeah, but you gotta be better than that.
Yes,
you gotta be better than that.
I mean, that's like so. Yeah, that one's like to me is like so obvious. The guy just has no semblance of what to do properly.
Dude.
Like that guy should not be not like literally their whatever you want to, let's say that's their fucking like mission statement is to protect and serve. Like, how is that doing any of that? Like, who are you serving? You're serving. It's like, I think that kind of shit.
And there's four of them.
The way that the way that cops protect themselves is like, how can we not think that cops are just like a gang? You know,
they are.
And it's like, what the fuck? We pay you. Like, we're paying you to protect and serve us, but yet you guys treat each other like you're a gang. You won't call each other out. You know, it's us against them. And literally, as a cop, like, you could be any race, any ethnicity, anything, but if you wear that that badge, you're part of the team, and we're against them. And it's just like, if that's the case, that's fucked, bro. Like, what kind of shit are we living in right now?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a necessary evil, bro, because if you didn't have that, there'd be total fucking... I don't know. I mean, I don't know what a society would look like without that kind of protection, but you need it, bro. There's obviously so many different types of people all over the spectrum. Normal people to fucking mentally ill people that you just need... You need something at your disposal to get you out of a bind if you need it like that. Because, fuck, dude, not everybody can defend themselves or hold their own, and I get that, but I guess the answer is to screen these people better, dude, because, fuck, I mean, they got to put, I mean, as much effort as they would put into a training for, like, a Navy SEAL to something that's that tactical and that's that detailed, you know, to where... We make one fuck up, we're going into another country, we have to take this person out. Like, those fucking missions are crazy. That's like video game movie shit that happens in real life, you know? Or the way, if you look at the story of how they got Bin Laden, it's fucking nuts, bro. Yeah. It's outrageous how they did that. It's impressive. But, I mean, they need to put the same kind of detail into how they police the streets. But, again, I'm talking out of place here because who the fuck knows what the answer is, bro? But it just ain't, it ain't that. It ain't what happened there. Mm-mm. So,
no, it should never. That should never be, like, you know, someone might have the argument of like, well, that's one case out of the, you know, a large amount of numbers of police officers that have a regular encounter with someone.
One case too many.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just like, come on, dude. At this point, it's like, you know, that should never be the case where a person is literally begging you to get off of them, and
telling you that they're gonna kill me.
Yes, yeah, I can't breathe. I literally can't breathe, and you got their
and you know what kind of pressure you're putting on this person. So the intention is clear. You know, you put your fucking body weight on somebody with a knee on them like that, right on their neck. Come on, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, like,
and then they're talking about now that the guy apparently they work together or some shit. Did you hear about that?
No, what?
That they worked at some... Apparently, they were both working security at a restaurant or a nightclub or something, or a bar.
The cop and that guy?
The cop and that guy, that they have a history together of working in the same place.
No way.
Yes. I don't know if there's truth to that, but I just read that. I read that.
If that's true, bro, that's fucked.
So then it's really, that takes it to a whole
because now there's motive. Level. Now there's a motive behind it.
Right, because it's like, oh, you knew this fucking guy. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, that would just turn it on its head. Bro, these scenarios, they make me, I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it's almost like these are the kind of things that just, they ruin the order of things, you know, and they just always seem to happen so calculated and perfectly. Like, we have election time coming up not too far away, right? Mm-hmm. We have people now, I mean, whenever this happens, there's divide. There's always divide. There's stupidity that people that think this was justified, or they stand behind, or they just take a stand. Well, I stand with the cops. Who gives a fuck? You can stand with the cops, but you don't have to stand with that cop.
No.
Doesn't mean just because you support cops that you have to support this individual.
Yeah, I don't understand that mentality at all. Why is it that you have to...
But that's what happens, bro, because now it's like a me against them thing. This is what happens every time. It's
tribalism. That's what it is.
Every fucking time.
It's fucking
and now they see like the rioting and all that, and they're like, well, I got to stand with, you know, it takes away from what happened.
I just don't get how that act can, like, how is there a question I just don't understand that. I can get like there was one that I saw.
No, apparently the guy's arrested now. I hope.
Good. I hope he gets charged with murder. I mean, that's what he deserves.
Yeah.
But like there was one where I saw it for a second, but it didn't really like continue. I didn't see it much after like the moment that I saw it. But it was where it was a guy that had a bat in like a Walmart, and they tried to take him down with a taser at first, but then he wasn't going down, so they ended up shooting him and he died.
Wow.
And he was a black guy, and in that one now I don't know, but to me. It looked like that cop that did that, he didn't want to do that. Like, it almost like seemed like he was pushed to that point of like, you're making me do this at this point.
Yeah, sometimes they do it out of fear too. Bro, look at it this way. There's plenty of cops that were maybe pushovers in high school. Maybe they were I'm sorry, bro. There's certain people that are just frail people. Right? We all know you can spot them. I mean, it's instinctual. Sometimes you can, because sometimes they're like some of these UFC guys, bro. You would see them in the street and you'd be like, oh, that guy looks like a stick. You know, I could probably kick his ass. Nah, you can't. Fuck you up. Yeah, but there's like, for the most part, you can spot a frail person and be like, well, if it were me or him in a room fighting to the death, that person would be in trouble. You know, and there's a lot of people like that have a badge and a gun, and they know that. They know that, shit, if I'm put into this situation, I don't have the option to fight my way out of it, because I've been into fights before. I got my ass kicked. I know I don't have what it takes. That's why I have this pistol on me, you know? And then that's their reaction, because out of fear, they don't want to get hurt themselves either.
Yeah. And
those people really shouldn't fucking be in that position, because their only out is to use a weapon.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it should totally be. It should come from literally like the sense of, I'm here to help people. I'm here to help the community. I'm here to save people's lives. I'm not here to do. I mean, it also, you have to look at the system itself, and like the fact that, you know, they have quotas, ticket quotas and stuff like that. Like that doesn't help either. The fact that they have to have a certain amount of tickets made out, you know, by the end of whatever quarter,
that's
blah, blah,
horrible,
blah.
Dude. That's bullshit. That's a racket.
It's literally,
that's a fucking racket.
You're incentivizing them to be aggressive towards.
Yeah, and they're full of shit, because every one of those fucking cops knows that when they drive, they don't follow that shit.
Yeah, they do the same shit.
They do the same shit we do, and it's fucking bullshit, because what are we talking about, 10 miles per hour? I mean, nobody, unless somebody's blatantly fucking weaving and blowing through traffic and, you know, just being a nuisance, I get it, to pull them over for speeding, but for somebody going 10 miles over the fucking speed limit, give me a fucking break, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe in a school zone where there's kids that are walking around, okay, I get that. But, or in a residential neighborhood where, you know, somebody could pop out in the middle of the street and you could hit them. But on the fucking highway or the expressway, come on, bro. That's just petty bullshit.
Yeah.
I saw a video, I remember hearing something about a guy that he went to pull a gun on somebody, or the taser, but he actually pulled his pistol, and he shot the pistol instead of the taser, and he killed the guy, or something like that. I read something about that. So that shit, I mean, dude, it's like, think about it. That job sucks. I would not want that job.
No.
I would not want it, but we got to do better than that. Anyways, bro, let's get off of this fucking nonsense, bro. I've had too much of this in the past couple of days.
Yeah, man. You know, that's why, like, I try, you know, and not to, I'm not trying to diminish what's going on at all, but like us ourselves, we've had a lot going on in our own lives with like our own family members and stuff like that. So it's like just trying to fucking.
If we would have had a camera on last weekend's episode.
Yeah.
That was a spicy one.
It was a fun one.
But we won't get into that.
Nah.
Right? You should. Hey, whoa, Danny. Okay, I've never seen my brother like that in my life. I don't want to get into the details of it, but
you have to at least
give some context to the backstory.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say
you don't have to say like what happened.
He had to get his point across, and he was very animated about it. And this guy right here keeps his cool. In our family, this guy keeps his cool. I mean, I feel like I do a pretty decent job of it, but I'm very opinionated. He just keeps quiet and says when he speaks, there's power behind it because he never really speaks out of turn or talks over people or is too opinionated. So when he speaks, it's one of those things. Those type of people, when they speak, you listen because they're more thought out of what they say. They don't just blurt out whatever's on the tip of their tongue. But yeah, he was in rare form last week. Oh yeah, he was, man. He was he got a little red in the face.
Oh yeah. Oh, I almost lost my voice.
It was good. It was good stuff. It needed to happen, We won't get into it, but it needed to happen.
No, I would rather have him
get into it.
I'd rather have him a part of it.
No.
To talk about it.
It was him or her. Him or her.
It was a Zer.
Zerm.
No,
Question for you though: did it feel good to? Because you never get. No. I'm honestly, dude. I don't think I've ever seen you like that in my life.
No, I don't like.
Ever.
I don't like getting like that. I never like getting like that. I never feel like losing control of my emotions like that is ever a good thing. It's never.
Sometimes it's therapeutic though. No,
not for me. No, it always makes me think of our childhood, and I don't want to be that person.
Cue the
tears.
The gentle music. Anybody got a piano? They could start doing. That's what they do on the Stern Show when somebody starts talking about something emotional. They do 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 do. It's so great. You gotta have like they're called drops, I guess. They're called
those are drops. Yeah.
You gotta have drops ready. Bro.
I would love that, but I would need like a actual DJ to do that.
The guy on that show he's been there since the beginning. That's his main job. He just has a shit ton of drops, bro.
Yeah.
Remember the one with like the gay guy on the last one that we were watching?
Yeah.
And he did that super gay noise.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, that's hilarious.
Yeah. No, I would love that. That would be awesome. It's just like it
adds such a funny dynamic to the conversation, bro.
I listen to a show on Sirius right now that has that kind of element to it. The Bonfire, yeah, it's great. It's one of my favorite things. I listen to it almost every morning, and it's just funny. It's two comedians, Big J. Okerson and Dan Soder, and they just kind of
Big J. Okerson
riff. Yeah.
Who is Big J. Okerson?
He's a comedian.
Yeah, but what is he? What does he look like?
He's a human.
What is he? Where does he come from?
He's really funny, man.
Is he that tall?
Yeah, he's tall.
White guy with glasses?
No glasses. He kind of looks like 90. Like he looks like he's stuck in the 90s, and I hope he never listens to this because I love him to death. But actually, he'd probably laugh at that. But
that's not a bad thing, bro. The 90s are hot right now.
Yeah, that's true.
90s era was.
He wears fingerless gloves. He has like chains
like fucking
Andrew Dice Clay.
Dice, Dice.
Yep. Yeah, he's like that was like his inspiration or
Big
whatever.
J. Okerson. I gotta look that up. Now it's gonna drive me fucking nuts.
Yeah, we should watch that shit tonight.
I gotta see who it is. I'm sure I know who it is.
Yeah, he's really funny, man. I saw him in Tampa with he was the headliner and Shane Gillis opened for him.
I've seen clips of this guy. I don't know who he is. Like I have no knowledge of him before I saw it. He kind of has those clips on social media or on YouTube. He'll pop up. Yeah, I've seen him before. He like roasts the crowd and shit. He's a stand-up.
Yeah, he does a lot of crowd work for sure.
Yeah,
but he's really funny. Like he has a special on Netflix in the Degenerates. He's got like a 30-minute special in there. It's really funny.
Can't go wrong. Was he he's like a New York Italian?
No, he's from Philly and he's Jewish actually.
Okay, but he's got like a city vibe. Like he's a city guy.
Yeah. He's a New York. He's a New York comic for sure.
Yeah. Well, Philly, New York is.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same shit. Yeah, for the most part. But yeah, he's really funny, and I listen to their.
Can't go wrong with that. I mean, dude, I grew up on that humor.
Yeah,
I grew up on that fucking humor, bro. You can't go wrong with. There's something about that New York accent and humor and just the way that they fuck around with each other is different. It's I mean, look at fucking all these sketch shows like SNL. I think was birthed in New York. Like I think that's where it all started.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. But
for sure.
But SNL is more like. I think it's more LA though. Like not saying like literally like like it has more of like an LA vibe because it's like
now
improv. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying the I don't know.
It's not like stand-up comedy, you know?
No, but I think a lot of the people there were into like improv and whatnot in that area. I don't know if the improv community is big up there, like the arts, whatever. Who knows? I don't fucking know. I'm just talking shit.
Literally,
I heard it somewhere.
The show that I'm talking about, they literally just had like 3 episodes making fun of a new improv special on Netflix, Middleditch and Schwartz.
What is it? So it's not meant to be comical. It's a real improv.
It is. It's meant to be funny, but it's like them,
but it's bad.
It's legit. No, I didn't see it, so I can't. But they were just like making fun of it, the whole time, and they're, basically.
What
saying,
is it like? Whose Line? You ever seen Whose Line is it anyway?
So I was thinking about that the whole time because it never brought up Whose Line.
And I love that fucking show, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't care who says it.
Whose Line is fucking hilarious.
It's great.
That shit is funny as fuck.
They had some legends on there, though.
Yes, dude. All of them, dude.
Those guys are like
fucking funny.
Seasoned.
Yes, dude. Even
live performers.
Wayne Brady, fucking Wayne, obviously, Drew Carey,
Ryan Stiles,
and then I forget the
other guy,
name.
The bald guy.
Yeah, the bald guy's hilarious. Greg Proops is on there. He's funny too. I mean, they're all good. There's a couple of funny female people on there too.
Yeah,
that I don't remember their name.
It was good. I mean, it wasn't always hitting, but it's a classic.
It's a classic, bro, for sure. But like the improv they're talking about is like kind of like the Second City kind of thing, where it's like an improv troupe kind of thing where it's like, oh, suggestions from the crowd, and they kind of go based off of that, like with like a setting and shit, and it's just, yeah, I don't know, man. Like I've actually been to one before.
Second City, that sounds familiar too.
That's like, I'm probably.
Is that where like
Tina Fey and
Farley?
stuff.
Is that where Farley got his start?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I might even be wrong with Tina Fey. I don't know if it's that kind of thing. It's Second City, and the other one is Second City and Young Citizens Brigade is the other one. I think
that's like a live act, like not a Broadway, but a show.
It's an
improv show.
Yeah, Steve Carell comes from that kind of world. Him and what's his face, Stephen Colbert.
Stephen Colbert.
Yes, him too. They come.
Yeah,
from that
see,
world.
there's an. I'm pretty. It might. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I know Farley comes from a popular one. Tim Meadows.
I'm gonna look it up.
Tim Meadows. And I think Dan Aykroyd was part of it too, like that whole group of people back then.
I think you're right. You said
there was other people on it too.
Chris Farley. I
saw it when I watched this. That guy was fucking hilarious, bro. Deeply missed. We could use a little bit of Chris Farley today, a lot of bit of it.
What would the? Oh yeah, so he was part of Second City. That's the one. That yeah.
It sounded familiar when you said it.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy they don't make him like that anymore.
Yeah. So Theo Von, do you know who Theo Von is?
Of course, bro.
Yeah,
I love Theo. I knew who Theo Von was before you knew who he was.
Well, because of what is it? Real.
So Janelle is our sister, our older sister. She used to be obsessed with MTV, Real World, right? Road Rules. And Theo was on Road Rules, so she'd always watch it, and then I'd just be around and I'd watch it. So I knew about Theo before. I mean, he wasn't even, but that show didn't give him much of a platform to be who he is right now, obviously.
No.
But yeah, that's where he first got his start.
He was like, I saw a couple of those clips from that stuff, and you can tell he's the outcast, and like out of everybody, he's weird as fuck.
Well, he's probably I don't remember too much of it, but he's probably one of the more loved people too.
You think so?
I don't know. I feel like from what I remember, I think so.
He just
seems like a lovable guy, dude. You know?
No, for sure. He seems like
kind of hard to hate a guy like that. Just laid back.
He's like very
funny.
He's very weird though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like a weird person. Like the things he says and stuff. Like he's just got like a weird personality, and I like that. To be honest,
I get that too.
I would if he was a friend of mine, like I'd find that very entertaining.
Yeah.
It
takes I don't know if that's a different intellect of comedy, if it's like a higher level of comedy, or if it's just fucking being weird and not understanding what's funny. But like, I get that kind of shit. I get like I like the stuff that is a little bit strange. Or like I'll appreciate a joke that you really had to dig to find it, you know?
Yeah.
Where most of the crowd's gonna be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about, dude?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You know? But
I think
I go there.
I think that sense of humor too actually came a lot from like that kind of group of people from like the Will Ferrell kind of like that stuff, you know, where like that kind of quirky kind of humor, the Seth Rogans of the world.
Even fucking dude, you know one that's really made an impact with that kind of humor that made it mainstream. Family Guy even is like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, dude, they make some really fucking obscure references, bro. Yeah. That like you really gotta. I mean, they dig deep. Where if you don't know what the fuck they're talking about, or if you don't understand that type of humor, yeah, you're gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck they meant by that. Simpsons were before them. So
I was thinking about South Park today, literally today.
South Park too.
Dude, South Park is fucking.
But South Park is more. They don't really do humor like that. They don't, because they do kind of humor within their world. Yeah. Now they'll usually pick something from current events. You know, to kind of
I get
like,
what you're saying. It's not as weird as something.
They're
like
more making
random
jokes on each other a little bit.
Yeah, it's not as random as like a Family Guy where it'd be like shit that people might not get, for example.
Right. Family Guy just always has those cut scenes to, like the time I did this and with this person, and they'll fucking do a flashback.
Yeah.
You know?
No, Family Guy is that's a classic, dude, for sure.
I did that shit. You know where I did that shit?
You made Family Guy?
No, I did that. I did a joke like that, a Family Guy joke, and I was with Janelle, Jonathan, and their friend Rhonda, and they were all being like, all of them, they were trying to figure something out that they couldn't remember what it was. Janelle's like, I don't remember. Jonathan's like, I don't remember either. She's like, well, fuck. And then and then her friend was like, I can't remember either. And I go, Pepperidge Farm remembers. and they all looked at me like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Pepperidge Farm. Pepperidge Farms remembers. What the fuck does that mean? I'm like, you know what? Fuck you guys, bro.
You guys just don't know good stuff.
Are whack. Like, you got that, right?
Of course.
I mean, shit.
If you would have said that, I would have laughed. I would have
and
literally...
it was like they set it up perfectly. It was like one said, I don't remember. The other did, and then this, and then it was like my turn to say something, and I was like, boom, I got it right on time. And then I'm like, crickets. Oh, fuck this shit. You know?
I get like shit from my coworkers because they're like, you know, you're one of those guys that laughs at their own jokes, huh? I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, you swing and miss sometimes, bro.
I swing and miss most of the time.
Fucking hell, bro. I raise you better than that.
Nah, dude. I just
sometimes
go for
you
it,
miss,
bro.
and I'm like, Danny, what the fuck was that?
But I think the art of it is like, you know,
you
it's
think
like
I have less misses than you? Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah, because you don't take as many shots.
Oh, Danny.
I'm like the disaster artist, bro. It's so bad that it's good. That's the way I see it.
Yikes. I don't know. I raise them better than that.
No, it's
to be throwing some of them garbage jokes out there.
The thing is, I go for the garbage. I know it's garbage, but I just think that the garbage is hilarious. Garbage. You know?
Oh, nah. I don't know. I get a lot. I know. I don't know, man. I'm not about to talk about my fucking humor.
Why?
If I'm funny or not.
You are funny. Funny looking. You see? That's a good one.
Mosquitoes in my house.
Yeah, dude. He lives in a swamp.
This is my house, by the way.
Yeah.
Did we say that already?
Nope.
And I'm never in this fucking room, but there's some cool stuff in here.
Yeah, we spent last weekend. We were kind of hanging out here too. Yeah. Look at that thing.
Throwback
for the YouTube
fucking
viewers.
Friday.
Now that I have audio only platform as well. Speaking of, listen to this bad boy on Spotify and
wow.
I forget the other ones, but
does anybody know this?
That is
Calvin and Hobbes, bro.
Calvin
grew up reading
Hobbes.
this shit. You talk about comedy. Reading this at a young age, and this is hard to understand because it's.
That was actually technically the beginning of Tiger King. That's where it began. That's where the story began.
No, that humor is kind of it was very adult. So it's not like a comic for kids.
But
I was reading that as a kid.
I never read that.
And I'm not gonna lie, though, I would read a bunch that I didn't understand, but then as I got older and I would reread them, I would understand it, and it just, I don't know, and rereading it really does. It does.
It's
help
funny
because then at some point it clicks.
You're saying it still holds up, is what you're saying?
Yeah, bro. Being around, like, do you ever remember being around? Like, I remember being around adults as a kid and hearing them talk about shit and joking about shit, and I had no fucking clue why they were laughing. You don't ever remember that?
No, I started drinking at a very early age.
No, but I'm talking about jokes, bro. Like,
no, man. Honestly,
I had no sense of. I didn't understand what they were laughing about. I didn't get the joke, but then it compelled me to understand it early. I mean, I remember the fact that I remember that just means that it was important to me, you know.
But I had you around, so I kind of like got that knowledge from you.
That's right. You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
No problem.
But it's true though. It's like because
you still have a lot to learn.
I do.
You and Rafael. Rafael's actually really funny, especially when he's not trying to be.
Yeah.
But he's got some heat.
Oh, he's got heat, dude.
He's got heat.
He's like the Miami Heat.
He's got heat.
He's like Miami Heat after that first.
After they lost LeBron.
No. before LeBron, when they had like Jermaine O'Neal and fucking Michael Beasley and all that stuff.
You don't know how they did it, but they did it.
Yeah, they got to the playoffs once, I think.
Nah, bro, he's funny. Sometimes he'll say things that'll crack me up.
No, he's yeah, dude, you got his humor from us. I mean, what the fuck do you expect? You know?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be decent.
We gotta have Ruben on, bro. That motherfucker, bro.
Rubes.
Me and him were, dude, we're clowning on everybody and everything.
Yeah,
it's too much.
Yeah, I haven't.
But I mean, dude, when you grow up on South Park, Howard Stern. Fucking watching, Dave Chappelle specials and shit. I mean, that's what we grew up on, you know?
Yeah.
There's no holding back.
Yeah, dude, I don't know how many times I've seen podcasts with, like, Neil Brennan and stuff like that, or, like, fucking, what's his face? Oh, fuck. He's got his own podcast now. Well, Ashley.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? Oh,
Donnell Rawlings.
Yes. His podcast is funny as fuck, too. But it's just... Literally, his podcast reminds me so much of that, like, humor of Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Just the way he is. You can tell, like, they have similar humor. You know what I mean? I want to see him live. Hopefully I get to do that soon. But, and I mean, literally, Donnell Rawlings. Like, I want to see him live. Like, I feel like that would be fucking hilarious.
He's going to be funny for sure. No doubt about it.
But damn, dude. It's just, it literally, like, that type of humor, too, reminds me of you. Because you're the one that introduced me to that, like, the Chappelle Show and, like, South Park and all that stuff. So it's funny. Like, whenever I see that, I always think of, like, oh, that's kind of like that's like the theme for Jonathan. Like, Bone, Chappelle, fucking, what the fuck is that, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence movie?
Oh,
Life.
my God, bro.
Life.
What a great movie.
I mean...
Underrated.
I mean, come on, dude.
Great fucking movie.
Just classics, bro. Just
fucking
classics.
Dude, sometimes... It just hits. It all clicks.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you can plan that. I think you can kind of put all the pieces in place, but sometimes you put all the pieces in place and then it's a miss.
For sure.
You know? But like that was all the right dude, Bernie Mac.
Anthony, what's his name?
Anthony Anderson?
Yeah, Anthony Anderson, yeah. He's in that shit too, yeah.
Wow.
Nah, it was a fucking great movie. You know what's crazy, bro? Like, I don't know if is it, do you think, like, our culture, or rather, like, I guess, like, the shit that we liked young, like, it was very, like, black, it was, like, very, like, black culture influenced. Do you think that's because we grew up in Miami, or do you think it was just because of the times?
I don't know. I mean, I honestly, I think I had a pretty, no, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I definitely was, like, my idols growing up, dude. Like, Jordan was an idol, you know?
Yeah.
Music was pretty much all black artists. I mean, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. But as far as comedy goes and like acting and shit like that, no. I mean, it was definitely even in music. I liked. I've always had a pretty eclectic mix, but yeah, there was predominantly black culture, bro. I mean, think about it. They were
just like that humor too, just like literally like that humor, like
I mean, dude, come on.
What would be now like Black Twitter? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's like kind of, and it's funny because I didn't personally, like I didn't really learn about like the English culture, the American white kind of culture with rock music and stuff like that till high school, you know. Like,
but see, I learned about that, and you did learn about it. I learned about it through Dad. I learned about that shit through Dad.
I learned about it through a little bit of Dad, but a lot of Surge actually.
I learned about it through Dad because, man, in the car with that motherfucker, bro, he was always listening to Beatles, Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, and all the fucking everything in between, Aerosmith, Bon Jovi, like anything and everything, like Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, garbage.
No, bro. I mean, it's good, bro. But, and you know, the fact that he was really into it was funny. Also, it was entertaining. I'm not gonna lie,
dude.
Like he would get into it, fucking get like a pen out and start fucking drumming on shit and driving crazy.
You know what he would do with me, bro? He would pick me up from school, like after, like, you know, because in middle school, after school would end, I would play basketball for like a few hours. I think it was like for like 2 hours.
Right.
He would literally pull up in his Ford or whatever with the windows down, blasting like garbage electronic music.
Yeah, he had a little. I mean, he's about as weird as music as I am.
Yeah,
and maybe like as you are.
I
don't know. You're not that weird anymore.
Weird musically? No,
not as far as your.
No, I listen to a lot of weird stuff. It's just you don't like any of that weird stuff.
No, I'm saying like I don't know.
Genre wise,
I listen to a lot of different
genres,
types, artists. Like if you looked at my podcast, you'd be like, "Who the fuck owns this?
Your podcast?
6 people own this podcast?
I mean, a podcast.
This blah blah, this iPhone or iPhone. That's
podcast.
it. This is what happens every fucking time. I drink too much.
This has been a fucking sick ass podcast.
Fucking
almost
drink,
an hour and in.
I drink too much, and then I'm useless.
No, dude, you've
always happens.
Been useful.
Fucking podcast, bro. I tell myself, don't drink so you can keep your composure. But it's been a long day. I worked hard today. I worked out, and now I ate, and now we're drinking. So it's like one fucking step away from tucking myself in. You know,
this guy.
Night,
dude.
Oh, don't talk about it. Don't talk about going
me
to bed.
falling asleep.
Yeah, don't talk about it.
No, I won't.
You got no place.
Definitely don't bring that up.
You got no
Literally
place, bro.
Don't bring that up.
I hope you didn't bring any of them.
I did not
things.
Bring that. No.
Why can't I talk? We can't talk about that.
No, I never talk about that.
Why?
Because I don't
You
know
fucking
if
pussy.
any of those people listen to
he's
this.
not a pussy.
You know what I mean?
Ooh, what people?
Company people. I don't want them to.
Oh, boo! It's legal.
It's legal medically here.
Okay. Well, we can. He took a sleep aid.
Took a melatonin.
A Marley-tonin. He took a
that.
fucking yeah. Took something that knocked him right out.
Just call him an Eddie. How about that? We'll call him an Eddie.
Yeah, a couple of Eddies.
I do not have any.
Half
Eddies.
of an Eddie. It
no,
wasn't
I took
even
a full Eddie. Both times took full Eddies. Yeah.
Debatable.
No, I did.
Both times. There was like 4 times.
2 times.
It was like twice in one weekend and 2 other times.
Yeah. I'm happy.
It was during the fucking dude, one of the best UFC cards, the Gaethje Ferguson fight. This fucking guy decides to take the fucking Eddie and knocks out, bro. He knocked out. He knocked out
just
worse
like
than the guy
UFC.
that Ngannou knocked out.
Daniel Caballero.
He knocked out like a little baby.
Yeah. I saw that fight though. I didn't see the one before Gaethje. That's the one I didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that fight.
Yeah.
I saw Ngannou fight. I saw a little bit
You
of...
only saw the Ngannou fight because everybody yelled and you fucking woke up from it.
That's probably true.
But
yeah.
you didn't fucking watch that shit. I mean, it wasn't much to watch anyway.
That is very true.
Yeah, it wasn't much to see. It was
But wait,
fucking 15 seconds.
Going back to what we were talking about to bring it
Where
together.
were we talking about?
We were
Humor?
talking about...
I need a drink, bro. You want to take a shot?
Yeah.
Fuck.
We were talking about basically like our like the I guess like our influences, or not influences, but just more
Growing
like
up?
what we like listened to, and like our humor kind of growing up. And it's a weird thing. I mean, especially like moving. I feel like moving here, not here in Orlando, but like in Tampa. It was. I feel like it was pretty normal in Miami for the majority of people there to kind of have that same.
Yeah, but I
same
don't.
thing.
I see what you're saying, but I don't know how different it would be in any other part of the 48 states.
I think it's pretty different, man. I think we lived in like a really like I mean, people literally say that Miami is like
Dude,
living in a
look.
different country.
Yeah, but not well. But what I'm talking about is, as far as what's televised, it's the same shit pretty much. I mean, the only thing that we really get different in Miami is we get the fucking Telemundo and Univision and all those other fucking channels. Like, they probably don't get that shit in Utah.
Yeah,
But they're gonna get HBO's the same, Comedy Central's the same. Like, all the major networks are all the same. So
yeah, but okay.
that's how you have nationwide appeal.
Do you think that in Utah that there's as many people that listen to that kind of stuff? Like, for example, in Miami, if there's windows down and they're blasting music, it's either going to be some form of reggaeton or it's going to be rap music. Do you think that's the same? I don't think that's probably the case in Utah. I don't know because I've never been there before, but I just feel like that's probably not the case there.
I wouldn't. I would, again, I'd be speaking out of turn. I don't know. I mean, yeah, they're definitely more conservative, I would imagine. It's not the culture.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying. So I feel like Miami, like the culture there, it was very Hispanic, or I guess like you could say minority influenced.
Yeah, but I don't know if that necessarily how much that would influence the idols you choose or the people that you choose to, that influence you growing up, because we're all kind of getting the same shit fed to us, and it's what we choose to consume, what we go off of. You know what I mean? So that's what we digest. So if I choose to fucking consume the Howard Stern show on E, the same fucking guy in Utah or in Cali or in Philly, they can all watch the same shit. It's all nationally televised stuff, Or if they want to watch the fucking Dave Chappelle HBO special, HBO is not going to change, what they're showing in different states. So that's the thing, bro. I think everybody's, for the most part, can have those same influences, but definitely culture-wise, as far as what the culture is, like what kind of car you want to drive, or how you want to dress, or just how you carry yourself overall. Yeah, I think where you're born has a huge influence over that. Mm-hmm. But as far as who you idolize and what you think is good to good content to digest and what you like to see, I think that could be the same for me as much as it could be for somebody in fucking Alaska, bro. As long as they have the same opportunity to watch the same shit,
Yeah.
I don't know. True. I think that.
No, that's
maybe
for sure.
Not.
And obviously, like Chappelle and these people wouldn't be as famous as they were if they didn't have that kind of widespread, widespread availability or whatever. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Yeah, they were obviously super famous for a reason because everybody saw it.
It wouldn't be famous if it was just Florida supporting Dave Chappelle. Trust me, bro.
Miami.
Florida's full
Not
of
even
fuck
Florida.
ups, bro. Florida, man.
Dude,
God
Florida's
damn.
a fucking weird place. It literally.
Yeah, we wouldn't fucking know. We were born and raised, live here our whole lives, and it's normal. It's our normal.
Well, I mean more as, I think that outside Miami, things are very different. Than Miami is.
I'm so far removed from Miami that it's kind of weird now. It's weird. It's strange. Weird. And I love Miami.
You kind of assume that all Florida is similar to Miami, but it's literally not at all.
I didn't assume that.
I did because I was ignorant and I didn't know.
No, I didn't assume that. No way.
Yeah, like
this shit's I mean, dude, my neighborhood right now, it's fucking, you can hear a pin drop, It's not Miami, bro. Miami, There's sirens, there's
music.
A lot of fucking action happening, which, there's comfort in that too.
Yeah.
It was comfort in that to me.
It's a big city. And you lived in the fucking heart of it, bro. You lived in Coral Gables.
I lived everywhere, bro. I lived everywhere. Miami Lakes, Westchester, Kendall, Coral Gables. I bounced around quite a bit.
Yeah. How long were you living in Coral Gables for?
I grew up there until I was about like 9 years old.
And then
so for 9 years, then I moved to Kendall. And then it got all fucking squirrely from there on out.
So so your mom and dad.
Our mom. Mother.
Mom, Vivian. So they lived in Coral Gables at first?
It was me and her and Janelle in the Coral Gables house. It was a small house. It's like a 2-1. Wasn't even
They just rented it.
I think it was a 2-1 or a 2-2. I don't know. I don't think my mom even had a bathroom inside her room. I think it was a 2-1. But it was small house, like an old Spanish house, but it was really dope, bro. It was really cool. A lot of good memories there. It was one of those, like, I mean, they don't make houses like that anymore. No. They don't. It was from another time, but it was cool. Good, decent area. Good place to raise kids.
Have you gone by that house?
Yeah, I have.
Really?
Yeah, a couple times.
That's weird, man.
Still, the last couple times I saw it hadn't changed, bro.
At all?
Because it's like a really unique style. It's like an old Spanish home. It's like an old Spanish home. So I don't think anybody wants to change that. Yeah, because it's so unique. And my mom actually, she tore down part of the front porch, and they extended like our bedroom, because me and Janelle were fucking living in the same room for a while. So then she put like an extension on it, kind of like what you want to do. And then I had my own section of the room, but I still had to fucking live next to that bitch. I love you, Janelle, but fuck that. I don't want to do that again. God damn, what a nightmare she was.
I know,
bro.
And you moved here instead of moving to like in Tampa.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, because remember, I mean, my work opportunity was here too.
Yeah. Don't you regret
And plus,
that?
I got my nephew now, little Sebs.
Yeah.
And he's a lot of fun, bro.
Yeah, but you want to live next to me though.
I wouldn't. I can move to Tampa.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
You want to move to Tampa.
But now our dad is moving up here now.
Yep, tomorrow.
Tomorrow we got to wake up at the ass crack of dawn and fucking drive down to Miami. Speaking of Miami.
Yep.
Help pack up all my dad's shit and bring
it out
up
on the
here.
street.
Yeah, along with him. Yep, that's what we got to do.
That's how we get rid of him.
Fucking move his ass up here. So we're all moving up here in this area.
Yeah.
And plus, dude, everybody's over here. You're the only one that's not over here, really.
I know, but I love Tampa.
Fucking give me shit.
It's weird because for the longest time I wanted to leave Florida. I really did. I really wanted to leave Florida.
I remember that
for a long time.
I'm gonna get that.
Go for it. I'll
just keep talking to me, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, for the longest time I wanted to leave Florida, and I don't know, it was I think it was the weirdness of I don't know. It must have just been like Miami, because I really don't like Miami. Like I still rep it. I always rep Miami.
You don't like, dude? I love Miami. Bro.
I like Miami in the sense of like it made me who I am. Like for example, literally what I'm wearing right now. It gave me my culture and all that stuff.
You know what the beauty is now, dude? You can be whatever the fuck you want to be, because of social media. And the fact that you can purchase things from pretty much anywhere in the country, you can be whatever fucking culture you want.
Yeah, but it's not the same though, right? Because so for example, we had a band from Miami.
Shit.
We had a band from Miami, Las Nubes. Shout out to them. I love them. And there's just a difference, bro. When you talk to people from Miami, there's a sense of camaraderie that you feel with them. You know what I mean? Because it's just different with people from that don't grow up in the same environment. It's just not the same. And not to say that it's worse or whatever. It's not that. It's just
you would know more than me.
You get whenever I bring bands up from Miami to play shows up here and we talk, it's just such a nice. It's such a it's like a breath of fresh air to talk to them. It's a breath of fresh air to talk to them because it's like they get all the references, they understand the lingo, all that stuff. Like the
you would
that
understand that way more than me. You really would, because honestly, like I've made friends up here, and really, they're not really too different for me at least. But cheers, mate.
Cheers.
God damn, this shit burns.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I didn't even do a line, bro. I'm fucking beast.
What a beast, bro.
I'm a beast, dog.
Lime time.
Lime prime time. But yeah, man, it's a legit thing, man. I'll be honest. Like there's people from Miami that I miss, dude, for sure. Like my old friends from there, and it's just, you know, when I moved up here and I made a ton of friends in Tampa that I love dearly. I mean, I love them dearly, but there is a weird thing like when you talk to people from back there and you're just like, oh yeah, that's right, dude. Like we would say this shit and you know this happened. It's just we grew up in such a different environment. I mean, that's really what it is. We grew up. I mean, think about it. Like, we grew up in an environment where our parents spoke to us in 2 languages all the time, which would obviously include, you know, a multitude of different references, right? That would be American and also Hispanic. Right. We grew up in that culture of Hispanic culture and the American culture, but we have that, and it's just, I mean. So a good example would be someone like my brother-in-law, Ray.
Ray?
Yeah, my brother-in-law, Ray.
Oh, your brother-in-law? What, you say it like that?
Yeah.
You ain't married, motherfucker.
No, but I'd say
you're pretty damn close.
I'm pretty damn close to it. Yeah, I mean, I'm a paper away.
Like 1 foot in the coffin already.
I'm a paper and a fucking signing away from being married, basically. Yeah. But I would say that Ray being indoctrinated into our life, because like obviously Madi, my sister-in-law, she's Colombian and she grew up in Miami and she has that culture and stuff like that. And it's just funny to see someone kind of experience that shit, like experience the Hispanic culture and stuff. Because he's a Caucasian, he's a white dude, and it's just completely
that's right.
different.
I met him.
Yeah, and it's just it's crazy. I mean, we're fucking crazy, bro. Like,
yeah, but I'll tell you what, bro. I mean, that's also what I love about Miami. I have so many. I mean, I have one of my best friends is a white guy. Actually, my best friend is white.
Who, Jody?
But yeah, Jody's fucking. I mean,
but
he's mixed.
But he's from there, right?
He has, yeah, but his mom's like half like Jamaican also.
But so he's from Miami.
He's cultured. I'm talking about like one of my good friends, Todd. He's fucking wild, bro. That guy was always party animal.
He's from Miami though.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so if you grow up in Miami, even as a Caucasian person. You just that lifestyle, that culture, bro. It's indoctrinated in you, man. Like legit, like so. One of the people.
Fucking me up at all?
No, you're good.
Right there.
Yeah, I can hear you. So one of the people in the band Las Nubes, the drummer, she's Caucasian, but she kind of I guess like developed in Miami or whatever. She was raised in Miami, whatever you want to say. She's lived there for a long time, and she talks just like us.
Developed.
Yeah, I guess that's a weird way of saying.
What is she? A fucking Kodak picture?
she's a
Polaroid.
She's a photograph. But no, she
developed.
she
developed at a young age.
She talks just like us. She knows the references. You know, she sounds like a Hispanic person because she's from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucking
Pero
weird.
Like,
yes.
Come on, guy.
Yeah.
Tell me how.
She doesn't sound that aggressive, but she says bro a lot and stuff like that.
Dude,
and
it's, you know what?
I miss that shit.
To it. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I miss that shit. I'm not even
I'm attracted to the typical Miami girl. I don't give a shit.
I've been called out on this podcast for saying I'm not gonna lie a lot.
I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate that.
And I say that, and I had to comment under that comment. I said, "Yeah, I know it's like my shitty Miami whatever our fucking the way that we talk."
Dude, that's horse shit because
I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody says. I mean, it's literally literally is another one. I try not to use too much.
I'm not gonna lie.
But bro, people use fucking in Miami. They use literally, and I feel like it's It's like it's an issue nationwide right now. Literally, like
is a lot too.
But no, literally is the worst because they'll be like, trying to find a good example.
I've said like a ton, I bet, on this podcast already. I can't help it. I've tried to stop it, but I can't.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good example for like
when I listen back,
poor use of literally.
Like literally, he was being whack.
Yeah, no. Like I literally went outside today and it rained on me. I couldn't believe it. Like as opposed to what? When you hypothetically go outside in your fucking head?
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, you literally went outside and it rained on you. Oh.
Like I literally went to work today and it was the worst.
Yeah, like I literally showed up to work today and I couldn't believe it, what I saw. Wow. Well, what the fuck did you do the other days that you didn't literally show up?
But I think
just showed up.
I think stepping away from that though kind of,
you know what it is,
makes you appreciate it.
You know what it is, bro? It's I think I understand why people use it because it's a word that has a few syllables in it and people feel smarter using it. You know?
What? Literally?
Yes.
I think so?
I think people feel smarter using it. Yeah, I think it's part of it because they don't have too vast of a vocabulary, so they use literally because I guess they run out of words or descriptive words to use. I don't know. That's part of my theory.
That's a good theory.
Yeah, literally, like it's like a filler, but it's also like it's one of their. I don't think me and you use it that much because we have a broader vocabulary. But somebody that has much smaller vocabulary and limited diction, I guess you can say, they would rely on literally a lot. You know what was another one that would piss me off? Discombobulated. It's like, who the fuck uses that? Yeah, I grew up with people using that. I grew up with hood people using discombobulated.
For me, it was bro guy.
Well, no. Literally, and tell me how. Tell me how. It's like, tell you how. Tell you how what? Tell me how I went to the store and this fucking guy gave me attitude. How am I? You're telling me the fucking story. Why am I going to tell you how it went? Yeah, dude, that's like a Miami chick thing to say. The girls use that a lot. The guys don't use that a ton. But you haven't noticed that?
No.
The fucking girls use that shit all the time, bro. Go to Miami. Next time you go, keep your ears open. Tell me how I walked into the store right now and I forgot my purse in the car.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna tell you how you did that. You fucking just told me how you did it.
I think the mind processes that as an obvious, like a throwaway. Like that statement is a throwaway.
It's such an odd throwaway.
I know, but it's...
Tell me how? I mean, I grew up in Miami, and I've never used that in my life.
Yeah, I think...
Because it's not logical.
It's not. It's the
it's
same...
nonsensical.
It's slang. That's what it is. It's like slang.
Yeah, it's like bro, I guess.
It is like bro, I would say. Or
but
like saying
sense,
like all the time.
Dude. If you listen to it, if you play it back in your head.
Yeah, tell me how. Yeah, for sure. Or I finna, like that was always one that I...
Oh my God.
I never...
Yeah, but that's just retarded, bro. That's retarded. I'm sorry. You're fucking retarded if you're using...
You mean a different word than that, right?
Nope. You're fucking half a retard.
Okay?
I'm sorry, bro. I don't fucking, I don't subscribe to the PC culture.
You don't, I'm glad.
And I love retards. Just the real ones, not the ones that are born with a full brain and act like.
God damn.
All right, that might be edited out, but whatever. Because Danny's fucking scared.
Nah, I'll leave it in. That
Riri's.
You know
We'll
what,
call them
dude?
Riri's.
I love to talk about that.
What, retards?
No. Well, yeah, but just context of words, man. Like,
dude, that's the thing.
That's
bro.
the thing I've talked about. I've
but
talked
we grew
about
up
that.
saying that word.
I know, but
But it's like, yeah, you're right. Because at the same time, like you got to be better than that. If it's offensive,
I know, but the thing was,
you can grow up in the South and they use the N word, and you obviously cannot do that.
Yeah, but yes, exactly. But
I don't mean it with malice.
but for example, like saying the N word, right? You if you're like if you're saying it, and
that's another thing about
I've
Miami
literally
culture.
Yes, people say the N word.
Everybody says the N word,
Yes.
bro. My fucking grandmother says the N word.
Yes, and not
Like,
in
N word,
not
get in the house.
Yeah, not in a bad way. They say it in like
No,
the play.
they don't say the ER. They say the
they
A.
say it, yes. So I've
Not
literally
the hard ER.
never ever in my life been comfortable saying that ever.
I know you haven't.
I've never been comfortable saying that. Never ever liked saying it. But I understand that it's not. It doesn't come from a place of. It's not you're not trying to harm anyone with it.
Nah.
It's literally it's the
accepted
context
in Miami, bro.
It's the context of I'm saying it because it's like a term of endearment. You know, I get that. But
dude, that shit is rampant in Miami, and it's not only that. Even in today's culture, trust me, I'm sure it's all over the place. Yeah, even more so than, if not as much, even more so, because, like I said, bro, with social media and all the exposure, you're now exposed to all the different cultures and how they talk, right?
Yeah.
So everybody can get insight on what Miami culture looks like. Everybody can see what New York culture looks like, and they can adopt whatever thing they want to adopt.
Yeah.
So,
well, people don't know that though. Like people that are
dude,
not,
if you're down, like,
that are not from
bro,
there, they don't know
me.
that shit for sure.
They
definitely don't know that.
I've been around plenty. Look, I'm respectful. If I'm around, black folks, I censor that shit. I won't do that. But I mean, trust me, I've done it before. I'm not even gonna lie, and they, I'm one of the boys,
out?
bro. No, I'm one of the boys, bro. I've actually had one of my coworkers that was black call me the N-word. Said, bro, because just some shit we were talking about, and some dispute we were having with somebody else, and me and him were agreeing, and he's like, you know what, you're a blank. He goes, you know what? He goes, you a.
Yeah.
Kind of a compliment, but.
Yeah, it's all context, bro. Because
yeah, dude, you know what? If you give that word power, right? If you give it power over you, then now it holds something over you.
Yeah, but to play devil's advocate though.
No, yeah, I have no place.
For you to be saying that I
have no place.
It's not fair.
No, not at all.
But
I'm aware. I'm aware of my surroundings.
Yeah,
always.
Of course,
always,
me too.
Bro. And you have to be.
But it's not even. It's like, for example, it's not even with something that would be considered racist. It could be something.
No, you just want to be.
Like, for example, saying retarded, literally saying that word as well. I could see how that could be offensive,
right?
Or even gay, saying the word gay or something.
That's
like
the
that.
thing. We grow up saying gay and fag, and it wasn't. I have nothing against fags.
Jesus Christ!
Nah,
dude.
bro. I love fucking gay people, bro. I love gay people, bro.
Yeah.
I love gay people.
It sucks, man, because
I love everybody that's not a fucking asshole.
I'm not trying to come from a place of I'm complaining. I'm not. I'm coming from a place of like I don't have hate in my heart for anyone.
Yeah, I don't either. I judge people on a one-on-one basis.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. You could be black, white, fucking Asian, Indian. If you're a fucking asshole to me, you're an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way I see things too.
But I'm not gonna hold your race against you because you were an asshole to me. I'm just gonna say that person's a fucking piece of shit.
I guess for me, it's I have gay friends, and I've had gay people on this podcast, for example, and I personally don't know how they would respond to that,
dude.
But if they were to be offended by it, it would be. I mean, I don't even know how could I say, like, how could I express myself in a way? I mean, the only thing I can say is, like, I don't mean it in a derogatory way at all.
Well, who did I have this conversation with? I had this conversation with, I don't know if it was Jonathan or, I forgot who it was, bro. But somebody asked me if my kid turned out to be gay, would you care? No, I wouldn't fucking care. It wouldn't bother me at all, not in the least bit. Why would you care? It wouldn't. I'd be supportive, and I would love him all the same way. I love that little fag, all I could, with all my heart.
Jesus Christ.
But I'd still fucking, you know.
This has been the raunchiest podcast for sure.
Nah, bro, come on. It's all. I mean, you cannot take yourself so seriously, bro. Jesus Christ, fucking call me.
Look, agree.
I've been called every name under the fucking sun by other people, you know, and I don't take it personal, because if you take life that seriously, and I'm all for being serious when you need to, and you know, not being too nonchalant about everything. But I think the key to life is just being happy, bro, and humor.
Be nice.
Humor, love, happiness, you know, spreading joy and laughing. That shit is powerful, bro. And if you can't laugh at yourself, or you can't laughing at any situation helps. It always helps, bro. It always fucking helps.
I think, again, to play the devil's advocate,
but you still have to be sensitive.
Yeah, because I think for someone that may be gay or black or whatever, you know, there are people that use those words in the derogatory sense. So it's like, I get that perspective of, but again, like, for me, it always falls back to context, right? It's like, is my context, am I trying to hurt you, or am I just trying to be funny? You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not a comedian, so that's why, like, it's hard for me to do that.
And you can't assume that just because you think you're being funny that they're going to take it that way either.
Yes, exactly.
But like I said, look, my ex, her best friend was gay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I would fuck around with him all the time like that.
Yeah.
And we would laugh all the time. It was hilarious, bro. He would make jokes. I would make jokes. It was funny for me, and it was funny for him. That's the way I read the situation.
For sure, yeah.
And, you know?
Yeah, because, like, if he, for example, like, approached you and was like, dude, please don't say that.
Scale it back.
Yeah, then you would be like, okay, man.
Be like, holy shit, bro. Are you serious? Yeah, come on.
Of course, yeah. So I guess that's my point. Like, if someone were to say, I don't like when you say that, I would definitely defend myself and say, like on this podcast, for example, like, I would defend myself and say, like, dude, none of this is meant out of context. Like, this is all we're just trying to be funny or whatever. Literally, I mean,
there's different levels. We experience this shit, though. We know there's different levels of sensitivity. We have it in our own fucking family.
Yeah.
There's different levels of sensitivity.
Yeah.
What I can say to you is not the same that I can say to other people in our family. I'm not taking shots at anybody directly. Starts with an R.
But name. You are.
R.
But you are.
But you are a pussy.
A rat or a pirate.
R.
R.
But no, dude, it's true, man. Like, come on. If you're gonna dish it out, take it back.
Yeah, but okay,
it needs to be equal.
Again,
you can't just fucking pull the white flag whenever the fuck you want, because you know what? We've both been playing the same game.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Again, playing devil's advocate. So, for example, like a friend of mine that might be gay, right? They would never say they don't have that sense. They don't have that style of humor, right? They just don't say that type of shit ever. They would never say retarded.
Well, that's the thing.
They would never say fag. They would never say, because they see all those those
but
words.
you have to know. Then you shouldn't be having that back and forth with them either.
Of course,
I'm not gonna have that back and forth with them if I don't feel like they're comfortable with it. But again, I feel like you'd be a good judge of reading the situation, and I feel like I am also. So I don't engage in that. Obviously, I'm not just going to go up to a random gay person and say, what up, fag? What's up? I'm not going to do that, you know, or somebody I don't know. But if it's somebody close to me and we fuck around with each other and they're fucking hitting on me and they know I'm straight and I'm, you know, and we're fucking around back and forth You know.
So what do you think?
It's fair game.
So in that sense, though, then what do you think about in this kind of like spectrum of like a podcast, something that's literally public?
As long as it's within, as long as it's respectful, and you're not going past, you know, you're not going past the point of disrespecting someone and making a personal attack on something that's really flawed with them, you know? Like something that's really flawed with them that they would maybe take it personal, like somebody's weight or somebody's, you know, anything like that.
Or just like literally specifically, like if someone
if
someone had Down syndrome and you're
that.
Fucking calling a Down syndrome person retarded.
Jesus Christ, no, come on. But I could understand somebody being sensitive that has a kid that has.
Yeah.
You know, I get that. But even then, if I had a kid that had that, I would try to make the best of it.
I wouldn't care either, honestly.
I know. I'd try to make the best of it.
I don't think I would care. Personally.
I wouldn't.
If I went to a comedy show and someone said that word, I wouldn't get offended by it.
Who knows, right? Because, you know, it's tough to say that without being actually put in that scenario.
I think it like also depends on, again, it's the context.
It's shot time.
Actually, we should probably wrap this bitch up.
Nah, fuck that. Come on, let's go a little bit more. Don't be a pussy.
It's gonna be a long one.
Be a pussy, you fag retard.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
This is wrong. That's wrong. Do not repeat that. Edit.
You just did
delete.
Twice. I'm not editing that, by the way.
I'm fine. Whatever. I'm not going to be famous. Nobody's going to fucking cross.
I know, but they might get mad at me for leaving it on.
I can't open this, bro.
Here. I got you, dude.
No, bro. I love all people except for assholes. I love everybody.
But that's the thing, though, man.
Colors,
like, literally,
creeds.
Leaving that kind of shit in, like, it scares me, bro, because I don't want to fucking turn people away. You know what I mean? I don't want to.
It sucks, man, because we didn't grow up in that fucking PC culture. We didn't grow up with that shit.
Can you give me that one?
Sure can.
But it's like, man, I would just hope that people would listen to this, me saying that it's just me being a fucking idiot trying to make a stupid joke, or not even me, but like, you know, I understand your context.
Rogan's not gonna do that.
I know, but I'm not fucking Rogan, bro.
I know, but I think about it. He probably does that with his boys, but he cannot do that on his podcast. As much as he doesn't censor himself, he still won't do anything like that.
Yeah, he does.
But there's just too many ears on his podcast, bro.
But he definitely says, like, he's definitely said retarded and stuff like that.
Oh God, yeah. He uses the N-word.
Yeah, he said that shit too.
Oh
for
my
sure.
God! All right, hey, salud.
So it's not like, it's just, again, it's all about context. It's literally all about context. And the thing is, like, so when I had John and Serge on, you know, I asked them this question too, and I don't want to keep reiterating this point, but they were just saying basically be yourself. And if I'm being honest, myself is being, you know, saying this kind of silly shit. I mean, to the point where, like, someone could literally make fun of me, you know, call me a spick or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't care, because it's
in the wrong
context. It would be,
that
obviously
could upset me.
If it was someone saying it in a hateful way, of course I would be upset, because that's obviously extremely
especially if I'm there and somebody says that to you, then it's about to go down.
Yeah, then you're gonna get your ass whooped. Oh, sorry.
I'm going to jail.
I thought you were saying something else. But yeah, exactly. Like, it's all about context. And
that's another. You know what scares me? That scares me, bro. Like, I used to be
getting your ass whooped.
Getting my ass whooped by a. No, dude. You know,
what were you gonna say? I don't even understand.
Nah, I used to fight a lot, and
with yourself.
No, I used to fight a lot, and even in public, I had no regard for it. I have no desire to fight anybody ever again. But I always feel like I'm not too far removed from that person either. You know, because if somebody were to attack you in a negative way and try to bring harm to you, or like somebody that I love, it's a very scary thought, because that having that kind of control is I don't know if I have that. I don't know. I have it more for myself, but not for people that I care about, you know? And that's the thing, bro. It's so stupid, because it comes from a kind of an ignorant place, because all that's gonna come from that is fucking trouble. You're gonna have maybe some jail time and some fucking hefty fees to pay. It's gonna set you back in life pretty deep.
So do you mean in the sense of if someone were to say some off-colored shit to me?
Well, or just be threatening in any way, you know? I don't know. I've always been like always felt like I have to be the protector, you know?
Yeah, I can see
and
that.
I've kind of let that go. And I've been lucky because I feel like you attract that energy if you have that energy, right? Like if I go out and I'm thinking I'm fucking fighting the first motherfucker that looks at me wrong or that comes at me wrong, then you're going to attract that energy, right? But if you go out thinking you're just going to have a good time, you're going to enjoy yourself, you're just going to focus on you and your people that you're with, then it's different. But so from my experience, I have done that in my older years, right? And I haven't gotten into that situation in a long time, but that scares me. It always does. It does scare me. So I feel like I'm not too far removed from that person that I can always dive back into that mentality and just go off the rails a little bit and then end up in a bad spot, you know? I've always feared that. Going away for a little while.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never...
That's why, look, and Rogan talks about that. He's like, the worst thing you could do is a fucking street fight. It really is. It's the worst thing I've seen it. I've been in it. It's the worst thing you can do. Somebody can really get hurt, really die.
Yeah.
Just one, fucked. I mean, it could be you, it could be the other person.
Yeah.
And I've seen that shit in person, bro. I've seen it myself.
I've never fought, so I don't even know.
All right. You ready? Let's go, you fucking asshole.
Let's do it right now. Yeah, I've never fought.
I'll sock you.
I don't even... The only person I've ever punched is a family member, so...
Who was that, bro? You punched your mom?
No.
Your grandmother?
No. You know who it was.
Who was it? Let's talk about it. Who was it?
Oh, God. That's for another podcast. I feel like we should have him for that one.
Why? Because he was a real bitch and he got snuffed in the face?
Yeah, he was mad for a while, too.
Because he got one on him.
Yeah. He couldn't believe it.
And oh yeah, I remember he was harping on the fact that you had called him a piece of shit.
Yeah, he was.
He called me a piece of shit. He called me a piece of shit.
Childhood.
Good stuff, man. Our childhood was interesante.
That would be a really good podcast to bring.
Oh my God, no, he would not enjoy that.
You don't think so?
Oh, not that kind of talk. Maybe, but we could. I mean, we would probably just bring it up anyway.
Yeah, but I think we can make it funny too.
Yeah, of course.
You know, just joke about it now because
remember when Rafael called him the N-word? But again, that's Miami talk, right? So our youngest brother just was like posting up, trying to get physical with him, which was a dumb idea because he would have got wrecked. But he said, you know, "What's up, N-word?" Which again was not racially charged at all. It was just like a try.
It's like, "What's up, bro?"
He's trying you. "What's up, dude? What's up?" You know.
Yeah.
And then, since my dad's not from that era at all, he took it like he called him N-word, like the hard way, which he took completely out of context. It was funny though. It's always a funny conversation. Because he says, he called me an N-word.
Probably not to a black person, but yeah.
Nah, I know. But it was funny that he took it so personally. It was like he was black. He took it like he was black, bro.
He did.
Right?
Yeah, he really did.
He took it like he was a black guy. Grew up in the South with racism all around him. Yeah. That's how he took it. It was hilarious.
Yeah, that was a interesting situation.
Sure was, bro. Our youngest brother, he's a real hothead.
Yep.
He's a funny one. We got to have him on.
We did have him on, remember?
Yeah, but we got to have him on in person and see how he responds to all this in-person talk.
Yeah, I wish he was here right now, I'm not going to lie.
I know. He's got good stuff to add to the conversation, bro.
Yeah, he does.
He's a good dynamic. He's good for the group, bro. He's good for the group. And that on that note,
yeah, let's wrap.
I
this
see
up.
what Danny wants to do. He wants to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Cause he's a fucking vagines.
Jesus. Well, if you don't hate me by now, you might hate me after this one.
You know what you should do? You should edit the "Hate Me Now" song by Nas and Puff Daddy.
I don't even know what that is.
In the end of it. You want me to play it?
No.
Or you get copyrighted for it?
Yeah, no.
Oh, it would be great. Hey, man, listen. Don't take anything what we said seriously. It's all said in jest. We love everybody. We really do. We want peace, love, and happiness in this world, in our family, in your families, and that's all we can ask for, man. And
that's the real
peace and love, everybody. Send them out, Danny. Do it the right way.
Thank you guys for listening.
I'm gonna keep talking over you,
and I hope that
I'm drunk.
I hope that you're not mad at this.
Hey, look, man, if they're gonna be mad, it's probably gonna be at me, right?
Yeah, fuck. I know, but
what the fuck, man? I didn't know I was that controversial.
You're not, dude. But
it's just like, I'm really not.
I don't think. I don't think so. But
such
again,
an easygoing, nice guy.
In my community, in the music community, I feel like they're very PC.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I feel like if they heard this,
I apologize.
I feel like people would be upset about that.
Oh fuck, we're gonna have to scrap this whole thing.
No, I'm not gonna scrap it.
You have to make a choice. Are you gonna scrap it?
I'm not. Dude, I had Mark Norman on, and he said some shit.
Yeah, he was hilarious. He was
funny as fuck.
No one
gave me shit.
He was making like Al Qaeda jokes.
Yeah, he was.
Fucking. What did he say? Praise Allah.
Yeah, praise Allah. Yeah.
Dude, that was hilarious. I'm sorry.
I know, dude. And that's the thing.
Fucking
it's like
hilarious.
But
he was. I mean, that dude is next level funny. He gets it. He gets it.
Yes.
He fucking gets it.
I love that. Dude, watch this fucking special, guys.
I you know what? We're gonna watch it probably maybe after this. Maybe not.
I'm down. I've seen it already.
But I'd be down to.
Yeah.
Because I respect that. I respect somebody that can fucking just say fuck it, man. Just don't stop taking shit so seriously for the love of God.
Yeah, man. It's like literally the thing is this, and
that's the problem. That's the problem.
That is the problem. That is literally the problem.
That is the problem.
I understand that perspective. I get it. I understand it. But in reality, it's like the context means so much. It literally means everything.
In any position, if you take yourself too seriously, you're setting yourself up to
being a victim.
Not only being a victim, you're setting yourself up for friction, for confrontation.
Yeah.
That's the reality. So don't take yourselves too fucking seriously.
Don't take yourself too seriously. Love everyone.
Love everyone.
There is real fucking racist shit out there. There's real fucking
don't
pieces
love that
of shit out there.
Yeah.
Obviously,
sniff that out.
Fight against that shit, but that is not this. That is not any of this.
No, man. Fuck, but don't fucking censor everybody for the love of God, bro. We still have to be free to speak what's on our fucking minds.
Yeah, man, we love everybody, man. And thank you for listening. I hope you don't fucking hate me.
Yeah, man. All praise to
the Lord Savior Christ, Jesus.
Jesus, bro. I didn't go there.
Yeah, let's do it.
All praise to the mighty Kirkland tequila bottle that fucking got us through the podcast.
Peace and love, guys.
Peace and love. Love everybody, okay? Remember that.
Peace.
Peace.